and welcome to Vegan Beauty Girl. Today we are going to be talking about summer skincare and the things I swap in my skincare routine to take it from like my winter skincare to my summer skincare, because I have pretty much broken out. It was really bad last week. This is it recovering, so I've adjusted my skincare and my skin's getting better. It's just leftover damage from last week. My skin type is combination. It's more combination dry in the winter and more combination oily in the summer, so I was not quick enough with swapping over my products. We had like major heat wave last week, and I think between the SPF I was wearing and how sweaty I was getting, and I also spent a lot of time on trains last week, so there was a lot of like face mask on top of sweat and SPF and stuff like that. Don't worry, I'm still wearing SPF, just have swapped which one I use to take for the fact that my skin is just oily, so sweaty. And again, like when I say I've swapped it for summer, I live in the UK, so I've swapped it for the sunnier days, and I'll probably go back to some of my more wintry skincare products when the weather's like colder, grayer, windier. But first off, I want to go through some of the face masks I use in the summer, the ones which are really good for oily skin basically, which I still use in the winter but use a lot more of and are my go-tos in the summer. So first up I have the Scientia Green Supreme CBD Vegetox Rescue Mask to purify, brighten and nourish. It's got a French green clay base, so it's really good for like balancing the skin and detoxifying the pores, and I find it can be quite drying for me in the cooler months, but in the summer I find it works well to like reduce how oily my skin is. Sometimes as well I'll just apply the mask in like the T-zone areas. Don't forget the neck. There we go. This is the one I want to use this morning. I find this super lovely, and I often use face masks in the morning. I think it's because I'm an early riser. It's just kind of like how I like to start my day. It feels really relaxing. I'll be doing work and then I'll wash it off, get my face ready for the day. So it's a nice way to start. But I do also use them in the evening. I use face masks like maybe 3 to 4 times a week. I use them a lot. I never used to be that way. I only do it because I get gifted so many, so I always have a lot. But then I noticed that my skin was better for it, so I do recommend it if you can, but I know face masks are expensive, so if you can't afford to use them that often, then that's okay as well. Really, I would say clay-based ones are so good for oily skin, especially in the summer, and a couple others which I use quite regularly are my Face Theory face mask. So I've got the Pink Clay AHA face mask, which I do use all year round. It's really good for brightening my skin. If I don't use this, I tend to get congested and spotty, so I continue using it a lot in the summer. And then recently, I got the Green Tea Rescue Mask, which is with green tea, chamomile and ultrafine French clay, and it's a combination slash sensitive skin. This one's meant to be good for absorbing oil and accelerating cell turnover. Last week I had a really big spot there, and there were a few times where I just put this face mask on that spot and a couple of other spots around my mouth rather than giving myself a whole face mask, so that was really good in helping it recover fast. I love Face Theory. I think you guys probably know that if you watch my skincare videos. They're one of my favorite brands. So this mask I've got on the Scientia one, you can see that it's kind of like exfoliaty, so when I go to wash that off it will buffet my skin as well. That's really helpful and handy. But yeah, as for cleansing my skin in the morning, I use the Happy Carrot Balm. I just lather this on my face and wash it off with a cloth, and I do that winter as well, so that doesn't change. Okay, I'm gonna wash this off and then we'll talk about serums, moisturisers, SPF. Bonus points, I was reading Cosmo yesterday and they had that face mask in there as well, so recommended by Cosmo. Hopefully you prefer my recommendations to theirs anyway, but still, just further validation for the face mask. Give me a second, I'm just gonna tidy my room a little bit. Let's go in order. Let's start with these serums. So I'm not using moisturiser at the moment. I find between like serums and SPF, that's more than enough. I have recently been gifted a few Biosense products, and they're quite a lovely brand. They're all focused around using squalane instead of squalane, which saves a lot of sharks each year. So a great vegan brand. They sent me their Photo Retinol serum. This is to reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles, and also it's quite hydrating as well. It's got like hyaluronic acid in it, so I know that it's going to provide some hydration for my face. And then we also have the squalane and vitamin C dark spot serum, which is really good for evening out discolorations. It helps me recover from my spots a little bit, which I really like, but I use this all year round. This is a new product. Like I say, it's replacing moisturiser for me. I normally pump them both in my hands, rub them together, put them on at the same time. If anyone's wondering, no, those aren't my natural lashes. I got a lash lift. It was a vegan one. It was an Oxford Circus, so right by Oxford Circus train station. I'll leave the details down below in case you're looking to get a vegan lash lift, because I absolutely love them. They really make my makeup side of summer really helpful. So if you guys want to hear how I do my makeup for summer, like really hot sweaty days, let me know down below and I'll do a video on that as well, because I've had to change that recently too because God, my skin has just completely changed. So yeah, as for SPF, I know you guys know that I was a huge fan of the Child's Farm SPF 30. This is an incredible formula for me in the winter. However, in the summer, it makes me shiny, oily, I think congested as well. I think this may have been part of the reason that I broke out. I think there was just like so much oil on my skin. Unfortunately, it's just not working for me right now. So I still use it a bit on my body. It's a nice size for taking out with you during the day. So I do take it with me if I'm like out and about and I'm just want to have SPF on hand. But yeah, I've swapped that out and I'm using now the Makeup Revolution SPF 30 Protecting Boost. I did a full video all about this product a few months ago because it didn't work for me. It was really drying on my skin a few months ago, whereas now, now that we're in a heat wave, it is so perfect. I love the dryingness of it all. But as we discussed then, this is not a reef safe formula. I would prefer to use a reef safe formula. So if anyone's got any recommendations for reef safe SPFs for oily skin, please do let me know. I also just want to say that I bought the Green People scent-free facial sun cream, which is high factor, antioxidant rich, non-greasy, SPF 30, and I'm keen to give this a go when it stops being like high 20s, because I'm sure once we're back to like 19 degrees or whatever, this will actually be too drying for me. So I'm gonna give the Green People one a go. I'm not sure how it's gonna work with my skin yet, but just to let you know, I've got this on standby, and I really do need to film a review on the Bybee SPF and the Face Theory SPF, but clearly I am not loving those. And then a couple of other things that I use in the summer way more than I use in the winter would be spritzes. So these are just little face mists that just refresh you during the day. They're just so nice and refreshing when you're out and you're sweaty and you just like need that hit. These are so lovely, and both of them are really beautiful like green bottles. I've got Sandalwood here. This is a Camellia Flower Hydrating Mist. This one is a little bit more moisturizing, but it's also really good at protecting you from light pollution. So if I'm going out around London, wonderful, protect me. Especially now, there are a lot more cars, a lot more traffic, lots of more pollution in London compared to what it was like a few months ago. And then we also have this herbivore one, this jasmine green tea. This one is really good for antioxidants. It's really good for balancing out skin tone. And this one's a bit more formulated for oily skin. So this one was like slightly moisturizing. If I'm out and about on a really hot day, I would rather take the jasmine green tea one because it is just a little bit more drying on the skin in a good way. However, this one is easier to carry around because it's a little bit smaller, so I do interchange them quite a lot. And the reason I've got two of them is because I got gifted two. I think both of them are great and I love them both. Hopefully I've just given you a quick overview to let you know which one would be better for you, but I really do love a spritz in the summer. As for the evenings, I really don't change much. It's pretty much the same skincare routines I do in the winter. If it's been a really hot day, sometimes I will use the Biosense serum instead of a moisturiser, particularly if it's very warm in my room. If it feels just really like clammy in my room, then I won't go in for moisturiser. I will swap it out for a serum. I'd say there's definitely just a bit more focus in the evenings around my body care, so really making sure that I'm exfoliating my body and moisturising my body and just doing a few little things to help me get clear body skin. It is stuff that I should be doing all year round, but obviously when we've got more skin out in the summer, we're a bit more self-conscious about it and pay more attention to looking after our body skin. And also, if I've been wearing sun cream full body over the day, I'm really trying hard to make sure that I wash that off in the evening so it doesn't clog my skin and cause me to break out. That is probably what I change with my body care, but I have a whole video dedicated to how to get clear body skin, which you guys might enjoy. It's full of like tips, products, nothing too expensive, nothing too crazy, a lot of stuff that you can just simply change in your life. So I'll leave that linked below and up here, because I really wish I had a video like that to help me out like a few years ago, but I've learned these tricks since. And yeah, I've had the best body skin that I've ever had, so I really just want to share the knowledge and give that gift to other people, because I know how much it impacts your confidence in the summer. That is how I am switching up my skincare for the summer. That is how we are fixing my face. I also had this massive spot on my neck. I just literally broke out. A few more around my mouth. A lot of it is around the mask area somewhere. A lot of it is around face mask. And then my best advice for that is just to wear less makeup. If you know you're going to be wearing a mask a lot during the day, the less you've got on going on around here, the better. I don't know how helpful that is, particularly I wasn't following that advice last week once I'd broken out because I wanted to cover up. So it's kind of like a cycle, which is just super annoying. So if you've got any tips on how to avoid face mask spots, I would appreciate that. It would be very helpful. Okay, well that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Please do hit like and subscribe, particularly if you're still watching. Clearly you're enjoying hanging out. All my content's around like veganism, sustainable living, cruelty-free stuff, all those sort of things. So if that is your cup of tea, then yeah, it'd be lovely to have you around. Have a lovely day and I'll see you around soon. Bye!